Race Tractor, welcome to the stream. Thanks for being here. First time chatter. Hi, Hole-in-One Kenobi. Oh, and Piccolito. Thanks for joining. No voice because I wasn't talking, but now there's voice. Good luck with the playthrough. Thanks so much. Let's see what we got going on here. Do some thievious raccooning. Oh, hi there. Oh, hi there. Indeed. Smiller459 was my most recent follow. I don't know if that's Smile or if it's Smiller like me, like S. Miller. Oh, that's true. Sly 5. It doesn't say 5. It says 5432 Sly 1. So, you guys, you want to see Sly in a bathroom stall. You're just like, I thought of Sly while I was looking at this gravy. Sly 5 confirmed. That's my impression of you. The Volp. I actually got the demo for Sly actually today. Oh, that's pretty cool. Let's see. What happens when we do a new game? We haven't done a new game in a while. Yeah, 14. Let's do it. Let's do it right here.
Sly,
new game.
Come in. Sly!
Well, thank you, Ichi.
Yeah, I read you. Loud and very loud.
Sorry,
Loud and
I'm a little nervous.
very loud.
Trying to break
This
into
is not a
police
speed run,
headquarters
so,
does that.
you know.
Get
Skull
over
Kid
it,
Shuma,
baby.
what's going
You're
on?
Safe in the van. I'm the thief here. I've got to steal that file from Inspector Carmelita Fox.
Well, count on me to be your eyes and ears, buddy. Got their security system totally scoped. To get
$4 for the
inside,
demo.
you're gonna
That's
have
cool.
to go through that air vent.
All right.
I think I
going in.
have the demo somewhere,
forget you got
but
me
it's on the
at the
PS2,
wheel
of course.
slide.
I don't have the
All
PS3.
you gotta do
There's no
is grab
PS3
the
demo. Come
file,
on, man.
take it back
Don't
to
be
the
dumb.
van. We'll do the rest.
Just keep that engine running, Murray. I'll be down in no time.
Thanks, JSAP67 for the follow. Appreciate it. I appreciate it. Welcome to the stream. You got a new job in Burbank. Good job, Skull Kid. What are you doing? And the sub. That was fast. So that for 6 whole months. Well, thank you. Let's see. Shit rocks. Shit rocks. I gotta say, how do you say your name? Shick rocks. Shick you rocks. Shick I rocks. Shick you rocks. We all rocks. We shick you rocks. Thanks for the sub. It's pretty nice to get you right here. How about twice, maybe 6 months at a time?
I think
It's
I've
so
seen
great to
these.
have you. You're
Must
looking
be Virgin or
fine,
something.
Shick
Can you
rocks.
see those crazy blue lights?
Really?
There you go.
I've read about
Welcome
this.
to Gamerland,
Master
Shick You
raccoon
Rocks.
thieves are able to sense thieving
Assistant studio
opportunities,
manager at a
which
recording
manifest
studio. It's
themselves
right
as
up the street from
unexplainable
Bang Zoom.
auras.
That's pretty cool.
According to my research,
Congratulations,
all you
man.
have to do is get near them and hold down the circle button. and
Your
you
childhood
should
in
perform a
2002.
Super sneaky master thief move.
Welcome back to your kids, to your childhood. So child in 90. So if you were born in 93, you were a good old 9 or 8 years old when the game came out. So this is like right in your wheelhouse. Right in your wheelhouse. Posh Koala, thank you for the follow. Starring Sly Cooper. That always bothered me because I was like, technically, I'm Sly
Be extra careful
Cooper.
here, Sly. Break one of those laser beams and you'll set off the alarms. Not to mention you'll be fried to a crisp.
Whee! No frying me to the crisps. What if there's a secret here? You open this up and it takes you to the end of the game. This could be Doctor Who's
Nice
laboratory.
job, you're in. Inspector Carmelita Fox's office is behind the red door.
You mean this giant red door? What's over here? Oh, that's right. That's not Speed. I was playing. I've been playing Rift Apart and retraining my brain in this moment. That's funny. Let's see. Time really flies. I'm in my 20s now. I played this when I was like 3. I still replay it to this day. That's pretty awesome. Glad to hear it. Hole in one Kenobi. I mostly remember playing my GameCube. Sly Cooper was not on your GameCube. Your GameCube. Your Cube. Let's see. We are now behind the red door.
Way to go, Sly. This is
You
where
should turn the
Inspector
dialogue
Carmelita Fox
sound down
stashes
and
all
read
her
all of
important
Bentley's lines in your
files.
audition voice.
I
I
hacked
hacked
into
into
the
the police
police
security
security
mainframe and discovered
Try
this vault.
dialing in 937.
Try dialing in 937. What if that's what he sounded like? He would be like, that's the most amazing Bentley ever. I like to go all the way around the horn.
Nice job! You got it! If you come down through the fire escape and head through the parking lot, we'll be waiting in the getaway van.
Good old Murray.
Criminal!
Oh, here she comes! It's Carmelita time! I had to resurface my slide
You
disc
foolish
multiple times
raccoon.
because of a
I've
constant
caught you
replay.
red-handed.
Needless to say,
Ah,
I don't know how
Carmelita.
much more the disc
I
can
haven't
take.
seen you since I gave you the slip
That's
in
pretty rad.
Bombay.
Which reminds me, you need to return the Firestone of India to its rightful owners.
And I was gonna give it to you as a little token of my... Hey, you know, that bazooka really brings out the color of your eyes. Very fetching.
You think? This pistol packs a paralyzing punch. You ought to try it. Might
Was she
snap you out of your crime
Casing
spree.
her
Give
own
up our little
office?
rendezvous.
Plenty of time for that once you're safely behind bars.
Love to
Pistol
stick around
packs a
and chat.
paralyzing
I
punch.
just dropped by to pick up this case file. I think you've had it long enough.
Pistol. Oh, look at that! They start you so you can see where you're going. That's pretty cool camera work. Never noticed that. And just in case you don't know where you're going, here's some arrows. They only point down. We don't know why. Here's the police intake. Left hole. That is a Simpsons reference. I have never seen that. Oh no! Left hole. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but that is definitely a Simpsons. Oh, I have to start all the way back here. That's what you get for being nostalgic. Yeah. So they're like... They're like, oh, we gotta go into the garage. And then Mo is like, oh, la-di-da, fancy Frenchman. The garage. Oh, let's go to the garage. And like, well, what do you call it? And he says the car hole. So, of course, since we're in France, they would call it le car hole. That's fantastic. That's great. I'd never seen that before. Didn't you already do a Sly 1 stream already? You sound like you've streamed this for the first time. No, I did do a Sly 1 stream already, but it's been maybe a year? Maybe 2? It's been a little while. I just felt like playing this here demo level to death. Why is she blowing up her own stuff? I also have never seen the Le Car hole. Take that. You know what? Yeah, I do remember saying this before, because she is definitely not trying to shoot me. She is after blowing up all the cars, so she don't have to go to work tomorrow.
You can't escape me, raccoon!
To go. Le car hole.
Once again, my gang and I had given
Parking is
Inspector
a no.
Carmelita Fox the slip. I was surprised to see how well she took it.
She took it so well.
Finally, the secret police file I'd been searching for all these years.
Secret police
With
file.
this, I could avenge my family and regain possession of our most valued treasure. It all began when I was just a kid, bouncing on my father's knee. You see, I come from a long line of master thieves who kept all their secrets of sneaking and stealing in an ancient book, the Thievius Raccoonus. Anyone who
So
read
good.
it learned to be especially sneaky, which is why we specialize in stealing from criminals. After all, there's no honor, no challenge,
I love
no
that
fun
background,
stealing
all
from
those.
ordinary people. You rip off a master criminal, and you know you're a master thief.
Get it.
Well, on
Get
the
it,
night I
Sly.
was supposed to inherit the book,
Look
5
at him.
visitors came out
Wide-eyed. Wait, we steal stuff?
My father fought to protect us, but the gang of villains known as the Fiendish Five
Radio
overpowered and
776,
ransacked
thanks
our
for the
house
follow.
until they
Welcome to
found
Gamerland.
the Thievius Raccoonus. Our family's
Guys, we are
manual
so
of building
close.
greatness fell into their
55 more
filthy
followers, and we
hands. They
unlock
tore
the
the book
giveaway.
into 5 pieces and split it up, each villain disappearing to the farthest corners of the world to commit dastardly crimes.
Walter Nonson Dog.
Broken alone, I was dumped at the Tower
54.
Orphanage.
I like
There I
this
met 2
sepia
guys who became
tone
my
background.
lifelong buddies and trusted crew. Bentley, techno genius and
Also,
strategist
this music
supreme,
is pretty awesome.
and Murray,
Very
part-time
Harry
driver
Potter,
and full-time burden. Together we pledged to track down the Fiendish Five, avenge my father, and steal back the
Thievius
Thievius
Raccoonus is the legendary book.
I knew I was about to face the toughest test of my life. On this mission, I would either become a master thief like my ancestors before me, or fail and allow my family name to bite the dust.
Seems so angry. He's so young. It's like so young. All right, let's pluck somebody from obscurity here. Let's do it. I have the power. Pluck. Hey, I plucked you from obscurity.
That was a nice
hi.
piece of work back
I hope
there,
you weren't in the
police
middle
head
of a
police
dramatic
line.
story
Come see
to
me if
everybody
you
in
want to
obscurity.
check out any of your old
They were
movies.
actually trying to figure
I've
out
got
who
them all
voiced
here on my
Sly
computer.
in the trailer for the movie.
Use
that
the
never
left
happened.
analog stick to
Oh,
move around the
Ian
hideout and the
something,
X
right?
button to
It's
select
on.
things.
It's on
Right,
IMDb.
maybe. That's like kind of the role. Like, who was it? Yeah, we can't remember his name.
It's on. It's on IMDb. He was actually listed as the guy for a long time.
Oh, that's silly.
Well, I mean, he did the voice. Oh, even though they were like, it's not going to be him in the movie.
I've already plotted
Then
a
why
route
is
to
he
our
in the
first target.
trailer? These are the questions. These
I
are the
think it's
questions.
because the fans got mad that it wasn't you.
Yeah.
The road trip
Dang,
gave
we
me the
have to
time
backpedal,
I
we have to
needed to
backpedal.
study
Fans
up on
don't
Sir
like it.
Raleigh the
Fans don't like
Frog.
it. They were going to get George Clooney. That's who they wanted.
As a young man, this hot-tempered frog grew
think
bored of his life of luxury and privilege.
For George Clooney.
I mean, I
On a
was.
whim,
I like
he
George
tried his hand
Clooney,
at a bit of
but
piracy.
I'd rather have the job
Found
than
it to
George.
his
George
liking.
has got enough jobs.
You know,
Raleigh,
you're
does-
right.
he doesn't
became
need mine
addicted to
too,
crime,
alright?
was brought into the Fiendish Five as chief machinist, where his evil tinkering genius rose to new
Yes,
heights.
that's it.
I got at least Corvette right.
The last
See,
reported
between
sighting
the two of
of
us,
this
we were
mad
halfway there.
machinist was off the soggy
close.
coast of the Isle of Wrath, a small island uncomfortably
Well, look
situated
at, oh, we
in
got
the middle
Curly
of a
Fries
perilous
in
Welsh
the
triangle.
obscurity as well. Let's pluck her out. There we go. What's up, Curly Flies?
Wait, what?
I plucked you out of obscurity, and now you're on the stream. That's how it works.
I was like, wait, what? I was just talking about something and I completely lost myself.
Oh, it did. It happened to you. It didn't happen to Tanya, but it happened to you.
Hello.
This one time I was not talking. Sly Cooper 124 says they've got a birthday coming up on the 6th and if they could get a shout
Hey,
out.
Sly,
Yeah,
I just
Sly
spotted
Cooper
something that's going
124?
to complicate the mission. See
Are they
that
in the
guy
stream
still
right
at
now?
the gate?
Yeah, they
You
should
watch
be.
the
Oh
old
yeah,
road
Sly
leading
Cooper
into
124.
our
Happy
hideout.
birthday. I want to know if is that 124 or
Okay, but
12-4.
remember,
Either way,
you can only
12 goes
climb
into
on certain
24
objects,
2 times, which is the 2 in the
pipes
middle of
and
your
ropes.
number.
Yeah, sure.
So I
Like
really,
that ladder
I
there?
really like a
That is
math
correct,
palindrome.
But do not forget,
Math
Sly,
lesson.
you have
Math,
to be
dude.
Then hit
You ever
the
try to
circle button
explain
and
to a
grab it.
3-year-old
Yeah,
or a
relax,
3rd grader
Benny. I
division
live for this
and
stuff.
decimal
Yes.
points?
And that's what
I really
we're
geeked
I
out, and he was like,
remember.
"What the hell are you talking about, man?"
Yes.
I remember having that conversation with my dad.
As a kid, yeah.
Being like,
I used to be a
1, 2,
teaching
4, my favorite
assistant when I was
slide
in high
games.
school, so I understand.
It's a rare opinion. It's not like 3. A lot of people think 3 is the best.
They're mistaken. 3 is unpredictable. The 1, 2, 4, those are good numbers because they build on each other. They're square, but 3 is like a circle number. You know, you to get there again, and it's just how do you do it? Not a 3 guy. I'm a
Math
4
doesn't
guy.
start getting complicated until you start adding letters and the ifs and the ones. That's when it's
If you
like, oh
have,
my God.
if you think there are letters in math, you might. 1, 2, 6, H, 4, R. That's not math. Those are license plate numbers.
I remember back when I was in college, I took a logic and proof in mathematics. Basically, the class was basically me proving that the mathematic functions are correct.
Yeah.
And it was single-handedly the worst class I've ever taken.
That sounds hard.
It was so unnecessarily hard. But that's college.
Speaking of unnecessarily hard, what? Oh, I just died on the spikes. Why would the turn off alarm be in the middle of the alley there? Why would you put that there? It just seems like it wants to get broken.
Why does Sly die when you get hit one time?
That's a better
That's
question.
how they wanted the game to be, I guess. And they realized their mistake in the second one and never went back.
They're like, you know
They were
what?
like, "Wait, this might be too hard."
You know what's not fun? Instant death. Like, who makes an
Exactly.
instant death game? Come on, man.
Like, one of the best mechanisms that they could have added was, oh, he falls in the water. Okay, cool. He jumps out and he just like loses like a quarter of a
Yeah.
bar. I'm like,
Yeah, it's called Mercy. So when I was a kid, it was all about the NES, and there was I believe it was an Addams Family game where you played as one of the Munsters. No, one of the Addams Family. The bald guy. I can't remember who. And the whole selling point of it, if you died once, the game starts over. And I remember being like, nope, no, I will never play that game. But that's what Hades is, right? Like, you die once and you start over, but you grow with each iteration. This game was just like, it's like a 1/4 game, man, and that's it.
that sounds like when you're playing like
That explains all
a
the wrecked
game and you
ships.
have no memory card in and you just can't quit the game.
Yeah, that's right. And you leave your game on pause and it's starting to overheat, and you're like, what's that smell of burning plastic? Like, oh, that's just the console.
I want you to know that I forgot how old I was. I think I was in like 5th grade. Or I forgot what year I was in. It was the year that Sly 3 came out. It was
Okay.
also the year that I was gifted a PS2 because I had asked because
I'm glad you finished that sentence. It was the year I was gifted.
I remember Sly 3 was coming out. I wanted it for Christmas, and I didn't have a PS2, so obviously I asked for the PS2.
Yeah.
And my parents didn't understand the concept of a memory card. So they
Sure.
didn't get me the memory card. I
Oh.
replayed the first level of Sly 3 at least 5 times
Got it.
That's
until they
amazing.
bought me a memory card because my mom would be like, you need to turn it off. And I'm like, but I'm gonna lose the game.
And then that's what educated them. They're like, we have to do like some sort of upgrade thing.
Yeah, I was like, Mom, it's just a memory card, please. I think it was like $7 or $10 back then.
Yeah, they weren't terribly expensive. They weren't too bad.
Yeah.
They also weren't terribly large, but yeah.
Yeah. I remember I was looking at my PS2, I don't know, like a year ago or something. I was looking at the memory card. It's got like 8 megabytes of memory or something
Yeah.
on it.
Isn't that nuts? Yeah. I mean, I got an email tonight that was 8 megabytes.
Seriously, I played like all these games on this, and it was only 8 megabytes. Like, you know, all 3 Sly Coopers. There was a Bratz game that I really liked. I didn't know why other games really
Oh,
but
Bratz, that's
yeah,
nice.
Brats.
yeah. So that was like the 3
That
things I
large
was playing.
vault
That
has
Bratz game
got to
and
be
Sly Cooper.
somehow related to
But
those
like,
clues
just the
and
amount of
puzzles
times I
you've been
played them
collecting.
and all the other games that
If
we
you
had
can
that we
locate
played a
all
little
the
bit of,
clues in
like
this area,
seriously, all
I
that shit,
should be able to
8
crack the code and
megabytes.
get you inside it.
Which just goes to show, like, what were you saving on it? Like, what was the data?
No, for real.
Yeah, it must have been just like where you were at maybe, and everything else was on the disc.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yes, of course, but like, because you remember, like, old style saving, you would just get a code, and then you'd
Oh
go like,
god, I do remember that.
and then that was it.
Like
Like,
a Barbie game I had, like a horse Barbie game.
so your friends
Right.
would give you the code, and that wouldn't be a save; it'd be some sort of weird
Well,
loading
you can't
point in the
open this
game.
vault without
Yeah.
finding the rest of the clues.
When I was playing, I remember when I first started playing video games, I started with obviously like, you know, Pac-Man classics, but
Sure.
I had Crash 1,
Mm.
and you know, you had like that saving code of like, you know,
Yeah.
you had to get like the right, and if you didn't have it or you lost it, you had to completely
Bummer,
start
you
over
can't
again.
open this vault without finding the rest of the
It was like
clues.
the worst.
Can we just talk about how Bentley keeps saying bummer? That's such a non-Bentley things to say. That's so a 2002, like, make the kids cool. They say things like bummer.
Unfortunately, so I don't have my bits open to see what level you're
Oh,
on.
I'm doing
I
the
only-
very first level. I did the.
Oh,
I did the demo, and now I did the get into the hub world Welsh perilous triangle. It's not easy.
The
to say.
only thing I remember, like, distinctly in Sly 1 was in the third level with Ms. Ruby when Bentley goes, this lake is filled with disgusting ooze, mold,
Yeah.
and bacteria.
See, now that's more Bentley.
That's
Yeah.
so Bentley. I was like, oh, that hurts. But it's very true.
Luke the Velociraptor says, dude, this is the vault, but you need more clues. Bentley 2002.
That's right.
Blimp looks like
Bro,
secured
sorry,
location.
dog. I've
Ron's
got
really
some
smart
zipper
as
news
clues
for
files
you.
suggest.
All down
That's worth
smiles.
Wonderful idea.
That bummer
but
news
your
for you,
plan
man.
is flawed.
That was back when all the
Because
Ronald
it's
McDonald
impossible
characters
to
had
get near him
skateboards and
to access
sunglasses.
Raleigh's blimp. You would have to
Like,
sneak
how to
through
make
the
it relevant
highest
for
inch power
kids.
tube. To
They
do
thought it
that
was
without getting
radical.
electrocuted,
This is
you have to
not
destroy that
rad.
power
You're
generator.
totally
And
bumming
to
my
do
chill,
that,
Holmes.
You need 2 more of Raleigh's treasure keys,
Jesus
which are
Christ.
heavily guarded.
You
That was
know,
painful to hear you
Interesting.
say.
So
That's
how
what
do you
this
get
is
the
like.
possible part?
Bummer.
Right.
Billy
I
doesn't say
warned you.
bummer.
I marked the areas you need to hit with
my
holographic
what's
markers.
it called?
Follow them to your
I was
objectives.
playing
Thanks.
Sly the
Don't
other day,
mention it.
and
It's your
my
funeral.
boyfriend has never played Sly, which tragic, I know.
Oh,
but
well,
I-
you have a lot of fun things to introduce him to. That's like meeting a girl that's never seen Star Wars. You're like, yes, I will mold you in my image.
like
Kevin, guess what I've never seen?
Is it Star Wars?
Yeah. I've only seen the third prequel, and that's it.
oh,
That's all.
no.
Well, you call them the third prequel, so at least you're educated in the matter.
At least, yeah, I was gonna say, like, at least you.
You understand what you're not seeing.
yeah,
Like,
exactly.
what's it? My wife, I took her to a comic book store when we were newlyweds to pick up my pull box, and she got to talking about the guy behind the counter, and he was like, "Okay, well, name one comic book character," and she's like, All American Man." And he was like, "I'm gonna take your Polaroid, and you're going on the wall of people that are not allowed in the store."
Oh my god, no!
But it's such a good guess for Captain America.
That's exactly right. You nailed it. It was before the MCU movies, so you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Spider-Man. I'm like, why All American Man?
Tarantula.
Batman? I think Batman is super popular and always been popular, right?
Yeah, exactly. How do you not
Yeah.
Superman, Batman? I mean, it was like the low hang. He was so like, pretty much just say 2 words.
Better close those furnace doors.
Yeah, like
Don't
I've
press
just
the
it's
square
oh
button.
my goodness.
That'll
I have
slam
so
them
many
shut.
like little like I guess not trinkets, but like things in my like oh that's right. So Kevin, I have a life update
Yeah?
for you. So not only did I get a new job,
Congratulations.
thank you, and I'm in the marketing field again.
That's great. Well, I mean, you've always been in the marketing field. We know that. You've been doing the consulting, selling your wares to people so that they get your keen eye for marketing. You've been doing it on my stream for months. So
Pretty much.
Remember, Sly,
But
hold
I
down the circle
also
button
I
near
got
the
a new
blue
job in
stealth
a new
orbs
city,
to perform
so I
Oh,
moved
sneaky
into my
clues.
own apartment.
ah, that's
which is
great.
Decked out in anime and video game stuff.
Congratulations.
Nice.
Would you like to share the city?
I live in Orlando, Florida now.
Ah, very cool. And where did you live before?
Huh?
What city did you live in before?
Miami.
Okay, so you that is that's a move. I was like, because Orlando is a big city. I wonder how far you would move between locations. So that's quite a jump.
It was a 4-hour drive.
Yeah.
Packing up my entire life
Yeah.
was so difficult.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how much stuff I had until
You had it all.
I was like,
Pretty
oh
great.
my gosh. And yes, if you're curious, I have my cane on the corner of my room because I'm waiting for like wall hooks to hook it above my bed.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Okay, and then
Which
if
is what I
someone
would-
breaks into your house, you can just reach up real quick and grab it. So.
Yeah,
Barely
exactly.
made that jump.
Did you see
They're
that?
gonna
Yeah.
see my, yeah. They're gonna see me with the cane, and I'm gonna be like, just walk away, bro. Just
Walk away. It's
Walk away, bro.
gonna steal us. Look at this. The camera can't move in this tiny corridor. That's so fun. It's like, it's 2002. I can't do it. I'm a physical object. Bust out of here. Oh,
Sly
gosh.
1 has some of the best Sly commentary.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Also-
I should have popped that in. Is it? It's not in this. Is it? It's only in the
I think it's
PS2.
only in the PS2.
Yeah. I'm just thinking I
Like,
go find my PS2.
like the jokes in this like game and the jokes in Sly 2 and 3, they're just all really good. There's something about like the Sly 1 jokes, and I think it's because it's from such an early like year of 2000s that
Yeah.
like there's something about it that makes me feel so nostalgic.
Absolutely.
Listen to
It was a different time. Yeah. You could. It's funny how much we radically changed. Right around like
Years.
2004. Yeah. But like if you look at 2008, that doesn't feel terribly different. But there was a huge culture shift that happened in the mid 2000s as
Oh
we
my gosh. Yes.
abandoned the 90s.
If you
Yeah.
compare Sly 1 commentary to Sly 4, it is
Yeah.
so different.
Yeah.
Like
absolutely.
completely. It's like, I mean, yes, of course, it's the same characters, it's the same game, it's the same like, you know, it's the same with a different storyline, but it's like the commentary is so different. I will always remember. I will never forget how I started playing Sly. I started with Sly 2 because my cousin got it for Christmas, and then my oldest cousin bought me Sly 1 so that I can learn from the beginning.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
And
I
I
remember I saw Sly 2 in the store or whatever, and I was like, hey, Mom, Dad, I want this, because I really liked raccoons when I was a little kid.
Oh, that's
So,
cool.
like, the main character was a raccoon. Ooh, that was Oh, but it worked out for you. Sorry, I was watching
Yeah.
the stream.
No, yeah. Nice. I'm like, yep, I know what you're talking about. Good thing I had the horseshoe. When you see that hit, you're going to be very impressed because that should not have happened. I definitely got under his kill box there.
I was gonna say, so I picked up the second one. I was like, Mom, Dad, I want this, and they're like, this is the second one. You have to play the first one first.
Oh, isn't that funny how they care? Isn't it funny
Yeah.
like how grown-ups will care about stuff that aren't important? They're like, no, you do things in order. Like, or not,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter.
I did sort of play the games in order. I didn't beat Sly 1 until I was older. I watched my parents beat it though, and then I played
Oh.
Sly 2 and 3.
The
Oh,
fact
God.
that
Too
your
hard.
parents even played it is impressive in itself.
Yeah. My parents like video games, so like I was raised playing video games.
That's cool. And well, maybe that's why they wanted the first one. Let's talk about this lava. Look at it's like undulating. What is it? That's
Oh, I think it's tar.
well. I get it. Just looks like magma over here and then pours into the lava. But I'll go with tar.
Oh, wait.
Wait, are
I might
you
have
in
been
the
thinking about the
level?
wrong thing. I thought you were talking about the thing that goes up and down. Sorry.
Oh, you know what? Yeah,
oh,
you're right.
magma.
That did look like tar. But this over here is like undulating magma.
Yeah, I never
Yeah.
understood how they got lava in the middle of like. I mean, I get like the middle of an island if it had a volcano, but they never said it had a volcano, so like, plot holes.
It's
Lava is
he's
cool.
melting rock for some reason.
Yeah, that's right. Why was I stuck over there? It's melting rock. Undulating magma. It's gonna be my new band
King
member.
Claus asks, "Hey man, you ready for End of Dragons?" I don't know what that is. Maybe.
That is the new Guild Wars expansion. It comes out post haste, and yes, I am indeed ready because I have my latest legendary, which I streamed a few weeks ago, which has been pretty sweet. So that was me preparing for the release of that game. But we still don't have a date, and they're being really cheeky. They said it would be February, Well, it's February. And sometimes they post things that are like, see you tomorrow. And you're like, are you going to release the game tomorrow?
Like, wait a minute. They're about to pull a Nintendo.
Yeah,
and,
it's just like, oh, it's out now. You can download it and play it. Like, all right. Or are they going to be like, somewhere else I saw that it came out on February 30th, and I was like, you guys are dicks. It's not...
It really
Yeah,
is
that's a
really-
totally real day.
Exactly.
I was-
Like, why are you doing that?
I'm not even joking. It's so late at night over. It's almost midnight over here that for a minute I was like, oh, and then I was like, oh my god. It took me like 20. I was like, wait a minute.
That's all right. Hey, if it's midnight where you are, happy Groundhog's Day.
Oh my god, that's right.
All day, every day is Groundhog's Day.
Let's hope to God that it's not freezing cold for the rest because I can't listen. I'm from down south, like the tip of like the United States. Like I'm all the way like South Florida.
Yeah. South
I'm
Florida.
in Central Florida now, and it's been 39 degrees.
Oh, I had no idea it got that cold. That's crazy.
I cannot handle this.
And you know,
Like,
for that trade-off, you get the same amount of hurricane warnings. So,
Yes!
death for me.
Like it's literally like
Sly Cooper 124. I should replay this stream tomorrow. That's very funny.
I literally
Just
don't
upload the
understand why
video
it's cold.
again.
Yeah.
And, like restream. Just upload the video.
That's right,
again.
I'll just do it
Or, like,
again.
New stream?
Why? What's going on? That's very funny. Oh, we're doing it. Well, I'm sorry you've been tortured by temperatures below 75. As a big football fan, I used to be a big Patriots fan because of Tom Brady, and as you know, from Miami, that the Patriots are in the same division as the Dolphins in Miami, and so they would play them every year, usually at the end of the year. And if they played in the New England, it's snowing on the ground, and if they play in Miami, everybody's wearing shorts and are clearly drunk all the time, just like we.
It sounds like Florida.
That sounds exactly like yep. You know, when he said Tom Brady, I don't even like the Dolphins, but I internally was like, yes, he's tired.
Yeah, you couldn't get rid of him. Then he moved to Tampa, and he's even closer. So
Yeah, and even then, I still went, ugh. I did not. I was like, ugh.
right, he has more Super Bowl rings than any one team. So
That's okay.
Nice Sly, you can adjust the game
That
camera
makes sense.
using the right analog
Anymore.
stick.
oh, I don't know about that. I think he's gonna be a coach, and then he's like, I'm gonna get 12 more suckers.
He's like, yeah, you're right. I'm retired from playing football.
And now I own football.
If my knowledge
I'm
of
coaching you.
mechanical engineering
Radio
serves me
776. Hi
right,
Kevin, this is my first time watching your stream. Both me and my brother have been a fan of the Sly Cooper games since we were kids. My brother actually like pounds to refer to the Sly Cooper games at the first assessment. I don't know what my brother actually like pounds.
I don't think that's supposed to be there. I think it's
Might be a
actually
typo.
likes to refer.
To the Sly Cooper pains and this. Oh, I got it. Yeah, I would agree with that. Yeah, because I was like, how many pounds is Sly Cooper? I don't know. 38 degrees here.
$dollars is what-
You know what? Now I have to Google this. How
You have to
much
do
does Sly Cooper weigh?
How much does a raccoon weigh?
How
These
much
are-
does
these
a
are very
raccoon
good.
weigh?
You know,
How much does-
I remember on the
Anyway,
character
raccoon
sheet
weigh?
it said their ages. I don't know if it said their weights. I don't think like that would be appropriate.
Wait, what? Sly Cooper has an age? What?
Yeah, on the sheet
Yeah, he
when
was like 18 in the first game.
yeah,
I think.
he's 18 years old. That's what the sheet said when I read it. He's like 18.
What? Nah, this is not the first time I've. What?
Sly Cooper canonically has an age. Fun fact.
Oh
So in
my
the second
God,
game,
okay,
I think he's 20 because it's a
Yeah.
2-year time.
It's a 2-year time, and then the next game happens like a week
21.
later.
What?
1 week later.
Sly
A
has
lot of
birthday?
people are saying
All you gotta
around
do is find that
120
last key and
pounds
we're
for his
in.
weight. Definitely less than Maurice's Titan the Shapeshifter.
Wait, hold on. This is important. Does Sly have a birthday? Because I'm about to find out his zodiac sign. So, like, what's his birthday? We gotta
February
find a birthday.
30th.
Wait, what? This is like
You had for a second.
I got you twice with the same joke. It's so good.
February 30th. got me
February,
twice.
and then you said 30th.
Damn it. Also, Tom Brady is not retired, so.
God. It's fine. It'll happen eventually.
That's true.
Okay,
Will?
so he was
Jackpot, Sly.
apparently
Look at
born
all
in
this stuff.
1984,
Must be worth
allegedly.
millions.
Allegedly. That
And
makes
you know what
sense.
that means? Tighter
Okay, but like,
security. You're gonna
when,
have to be extra
what
sneaky to get
year?
the treasure
I mean, not
key
year,
here.
1 month. Like, bare minimum, give me a month here.
Hmm.
Somebody else
You know-
said his birthday is the first game's release date. But
Yeah, I would go with that.
good enough.
I do wonder. I think I've looked before for the audition sheet, but that's a good question of what. I bet his zodiac sign would be on the audition sheet. That's the kind of detail sometimes people include to help you get an idea of the character. Yeah, not all the time.
we
It's
start
not
getting, like,
standard, but
that's-
I've definitely seen it before where it just kind of gives you a zodiac, and then you're like,
That
okay.
is so amusing.
And if you're into that, then
Only
that helps
people
you.
who are super into only people who are super into zodiacs will get it. 'Cause if somebody told me they were like a Cancer, I'd be like, I don't know what the fuck.
Yeah, and I don't.
There are.
As an actor, if you said that, I'm like, I don't know what I can really do with that, other than, like, in contrast of another character. Like, that would be helpful. But just to play a Cancer or play a Sagittarius, well, maybe a Sagittarius, I could.
Listen.
Are you a Sagittarius?
I am, that's why I was like, maybe I get the stereotypes for that one, but that's about it. But if you're like, now play a Scorpio, I'd be like, oh, I don't know how to do that. Like,
I'm a big zodiac person, and I'm telling you right now that there's no freaking way that Sly was born on September 23rd because that was the release of the first game, because that is a Libra, and I do not. No, there's no freaking.
Come on.
Kevin, if you can find it, I'm sure nobody except me would appreciate
oh,
it.
I think this is the holy grail of Sly Cooper information. That and like, what's his middle name?
What is it? Does he have a middle name?
He needs like the most, because his first name's Sly, and that's kind of
Right.
weird. He needs like the most mundane middle name.
I think his name is
ever.
actually TJ, and his friends were like, "You need a better name." He's like, "How about Sly?" And they're like, "Yeah, okay, that's good."
You know what? Yeah.
I'll take it.
Headcanon accepted.
That's right.
Like, I know, I mean, I don't know if that was his, the Fandom. I don't know if it's like canon. I always forget if his dad's name was Connor. You know, I
It's
never know these things.
Yeah.
It's Fandom, right?
I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah, and I don't know where they came up with that idea.
Like,
I think I read it on the wiki once that it was like some one random little thing somewhere before. Like, yeah, sure, that's his dad's name, even though it wasn't even said. But
Yeah, one of the
referring
things
to
I
his
feel like
dad.
my stream is helping correct is some of those
Hold on, wait.
fandoms. Oh, what's going on? Somebody has something. Oh yeah, Bentley the Turtle.
his name, Sly's dad's name is revealed on page 280 of the Sly Collection Official Strategy Guide, released in 2010 by Brady Games. According to Prima Games, the company, which Brady Games merged with in 2013, the term official in the title of the guide means that the game's publisher, Sony Interactive Entertainment, has approved of the content disclosed within. It is a...
That seems fair to me. And you know what? Sucker Punch is like,
pretty
sure,
legit.
sounds great. Sure, Connor. Yeah.
Why not? Connor, sure.
He's got to have a name. I don't care. So anyway, what's this ninja gonna do on this island? How many bird bats can we put in this game?
I feel like Sly's birthday is one of those things that, like, I never really thought about it, and it never crossed my mind until you told me that Sly had an age. I never even knew Sly had an age.
There was I had the thing. Oh, I kicked it off. There was I think it was one of the early Sims. It might have been the very first Sims. I remember you would add character traits into different columns, and once you added up enough, it would then tell you what your zodiac sign was.
Ah, yes, The Sims 2. I'm
Sims
playing
2?
The Sims 4 right now. Sorry.
Does it still do that? And then I remember you could choose the other way. You could be like, just choose a sign and it would distribute them. Do the games still do that?
No, I've never played Sly or I was gonna say Sly 3, but I meant Sims 3. I've never played Sims 3, but from what I'm aware is they changed it to a personality system where you can pick personality traits, and The Sims 4 has this thing, but less involved. So you can pick traits like romantic, creative, etc., etc.
Got it. That's
Versus
fun.
rather than using the things to slide if they're like more outgoing or more shy, and then it tells you what their zodiac is from that.
The thing I always have a problem with those like heavy RPG questions is they give you all of this detail right in the beginning, and you're like, I don't know, what's that going to be like? And then you do it, and you're like, and then you're just trapped forever. Like you can never adjust those points or anything. I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like
You can use cheats, which is bad.
Ooh, in Sims, can you change your characters
Yeah.
after you launch them? Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, if you use cheats. There's no way to do it. Like, actually, you have to use cheats to do it.
Oh, I love that.
What kind of cheats? Like a enter code and type?
So in Sly 2 specifically, there is a cheat called bull prop testing cheats enabled true, and you can use that to click and drag things like skills and their motives and their personality traits.
Did you say Sly again and you meant
Yeah,
Sims?
I thought
Did I?
You did, you did.
I thought I was like,
It's like,
Oh my gosh.
click and drag. What now?
On my brain because I'm watching you play it.
right.
literally
The
Kevin
Sims
was like,
do.
"What did she say?"
Sorry, in The Sims 2, you could use that to like as you were saying, like there was the outgoing and shy. You could use
Got
that
it.
to drag the points up and down between those two things. And then, like I said, I've never played The Sims 3. I don't know how to do it in that game. In The Sims 4, there is a cheat called cast.full edit mode, and you can use that to go into create a sim and change their traits from there.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Oh, I'm seeing that their Xaverian, ringtail is actually a derogatory term. Only raccoons can call each other that. The fact that Carmelita does it is pretty offensive. So.
Damn. That's a little public service announcement.
Yeah, I just. Yeah. We also don't like Trash Panda. That's really messed up. So.
Not the trash panda.
Which gamer is asking how your day was today? Wolf97 says cancel Carmelita. Right.
No,
Carmelita's had it too good for too long. It doesn't
Can't-
matter that she's in a relationship with a raccoon now. She can't say raccoon slurs.
Canceling people doesn't let them learn any lesson. We embrace her, and she'll learn in a public apology. And then we'll call her a sexy fox. So.
Deceased.
Oh, can't do
Like-
that. Is this an egg beater? There we go. All right. Nom 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 nom. So many tasty coins. Nom 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 nom.
The coin magnet is like the best page that could have been like. You know, I will say this. One of my favorite things from Sly 1 is when you're like collecting the pages and they start introducing
Yeah.
like all like the
Calculations
little
led me to
like,
believe
the
you
answers
had
that like
failed to knock out that
not that no one really
Never
talks
was
about,
good at
but the
math.
ones that
Well,
like
here's a real
you
test
don't
for
hear
you.
about.
I found a way
Like
to
what?
Wally's hideout, but
Like, I
unfortunately,
think it's
it is
Karen
doomed
Cooper's
to failure.
You're not gonna tell me I have to.
Oh,
the
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Coin
I'm
magnet.
afraid that's the
There's
only
Yeah.
way.
like the
Now you're
swimming
talking.
one, but
You're
she
really
has like
scaring
this
me,
like
man.
really cool technique, and there's so many
Anyway,
like
to get
like
inside
it
that
introduces
thing, you have to
female
steal all
ancestors,
7
and I
of
think it's
Raleigh's
so
treasure
sick.
keys.
Well,
Aggressive.
and you know
And in
why?
the
show me
game,
those
we only
hollow
got the
what's
male
its-
ones.
You mean my
How
holographic
cool would've
marker?
been.
Well,
Yeah.
except for Henrietta One-Eye
I'll
Cooper.
swipe
She's in the
whatever it
game.
takes to get shot out of that cannon
she in
and
Sly
steal back my
She's
cannon.
Oh,
not
she's
in
not
Sly
in this.
Four,
You're,
she's
oh, I
in
see what you're
Magnet.
saying. Got it.
Oh,
But
yeah,
she was
she's in
a-
Sly 4.
She's an actual like drawn character with a backstory, whereas
Yeah.
all of those Karen Cooper and stuff, that's just the Sucker Punch team.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, really?
They,
That's
like,
just their
use-
names?
Yeah, that's just
Yeah,
that's
they,
why
like-
that's why they're Karen
their things.
and Ted, Steve.
Huh.
Such like
I never knew
random,
that,
like
actually.
super like weird like normal names, and then it's like Sly Cooper. Like that's
Yeah.
odd.
Yeah, like I'm a really cool thief. Oh yeah, what's your name? Alan.
Every Alan in the world is just like shedding a single tear.
Yeah. Only if they wanted to be a thief. Although if you want to be a thief, you probably want to be under the radar, and you're like, yeah. Nobody ever suspects Alan to be a criminal mastermind.
I'm just saying, people that, like, Alan's probably watching your stream right now crying, like, I had dreams, Kevin.
Sorry, Alan. You have a great name. Just don't try to steal stuff.
Facts.
Should farm for lives. Just run through those 3 spots that they have lives over here now that you've got this area unlocked.
Speaking of people lurking in the background, how are you, Steven?
I forgot you were streaming, so I'm actually at the crabs.
You sound like you're in the toilet.
Sound
Swear
very
you-
echoey.
Yeah, it's very small room, and
Give it a
it's
try.
small in here, so I was just like, well,
Right.
here I am.
Use the right
Thank you for
analog
rocking it like a
stick.
hurricane. That's good. That's so good.
Remember, you can always
Well, thanks
fire
for
the
jumping
sun one
in.
direction while firing in
No
another.
problem.
What
I
do you-
can't-
To earn a
That's what I'm
treasure
finding
key,
out.
you'll need to collect
What are you
all
working out? What are you doing?
Cardio, and
into
then
a tube.
I'm gonna go back inside, get on the computer, and then I'm gonna come back and do back muscles and arms.
He's a runner, he's a track star.
This is like the worst game in all of Sly Cooper, though, right? This little crab level is the worst.
Sly one
I
level.
hate
Yeah.
this one, but I think I also really hate the racing games. I'm not sure which one I hate more, I'll be honest.
I honestly don't like the Piranha one. It's super easy. Once you get them in, I immediately.
I mean, my heart is so not in this right now because I know I'm gonna get to like 37 and just get spammed with crabs and die. There's almost no point in doing this. Anyone should ever do this in their life. I feel very strongly about this level.
What? Piranha level instead?
Oh, see, I'm gonna die. Stupid crabs. You know what else is really hard is the stupid grab the guys off the ground level that I haven't been able to beat in 3 months. That I play almost every time. In Sly 3, yeah. I'm like, you gotta stop doing that level. No one's watching my stream anymore.
People are tired of watching
Don't think I haven't noticed that my numbers have dropped significantly since I only. No, I'm stuck. I hate you, you stupid game. No, I never want to do this again. I'd rather go pull farm equipment and throw them into the air.
The stream hasn't caught up yet, so they haven't seen you lose. But
I got stuck. I got stuck behind a thing. So
But I can.
Spoil it for them.
it's the one hit, one kill. Like there's gotta be a hack for that, right?
yeah. Hey, invincibility cheats are a thing. I don't know if they are in Sly.
Not for the mini games at least.
Oh really?
Game.
I
I finally caught up. You were right. You got up into the 30s, and then
yeah, just in.
I need to refresh the stream.
I do have respect for this like hub world level select, which is kind of fun. Like as
Yeah.
opposed to like even like the Mario Brother games, just zoom out to some dorky map and you're like, oh, not that I don't love the maps. We all love the maps, but it's really cool to be like, I'm gonna go over here and do this. It gives you something to fail at in case you're me. So I didn't fail though. I did not fail.
No failures here.
No failures here.
It wasn't a failure, it was a learning opportunity.
Got it.
Even the shapeshifter says that they would rather get shot by crab pistol than I assume by the crab level. Which honestly say, it hasn't killed Sly yet being shot by that thing.
I would rather
I'm just asking for a friend. Does anybody know the voltage of Carmelito's taser?
just quite.
It's gotta hurt.
Nothing specific. I mean, that's
Just-
okay. What is
Asking for a friend.
I'm just asking for a friend.
The safe word is ringtail.
We just discussed how that's not okay for non-recognized.
Yeah, that's right. Well, I'm Sly. So.
Okay, you are a veteran, so it's alright, but only if you say it.
That's okay.
It's all fucking games, okay?
It's all fun and games until someone gets a shock pistol to the face. That's all I'm saying.
I'm not gonna judge them, okay? I'm not gonna judge them.
Everybody has their own tastes.
Everyone has their own. Everyone has their own taste of tails. It happens.
Nice.
Don't go looking in somebody's like section on Twitter. And don't have questions.
Yeah, like if you're like.
Oh wait, I had a horseshoe. I didn't know. Where did it go?
You always gotta bring.
Saying, if you're snooping through the Twitter likes, you're asking for it.
You're asking for it. You might as well put on. I'm gonna make a new roll, and it's gonna be called Down Bad. Okay.
Is that what you're doing on the computer after this? After you do your back muscles?
You know, I mean, I really wanted to get us some pronoun rolls in here, but I'm trying to figure that out.
Are those any different than
there.
crow nuts? Is that a big?
No. I mean, we are pro-noun and pro-verb and pro-nut, but I mean...
I prefer crow nuts to all of the above.
Same. I have no.
I Cooper 124 says we should try and get Alicia and Goldwell on the channel so we can get Carmelita and Mila in one stream.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
I don't know
yeah.
how feasible that is, but
Hey, I haven't talked to her since 2000 and whatever when we recorded that game. Is she available?
spoken
Do
to
people
you.
talk to her? Is she alive?
I
She
don't know,
alive?
but
His
show up
first
to her,
question was,
like,
is she alive?
DM her on Twitter, like, hey, I know we haven't spoken since, 2005. Do you
Well,
want to come on my stream?
she would
I think the
though.
fans
She
would
was
love
cool. She would do it. The thing about actors is that we love the opportunity for people to say, "I love what you did."
You're my favorite Carmelita.
So what I think is interesting is how few voice actors understand how accessible the gaming fandom is. It kind of bewilders me. So
Yeah.
they're just
Every
used
time
to.
Every time Kevin reads someone being like, "Oh my god, I loved it. I love Sly Cooper," or like any other work
I
he
g-
did, Kevin. just,
I
like,
go home. I
smiles.
journal for an hour every time that happens. So.
I was gonna say Kevin just like smiles and he like takes a sip of his coffee and he's
Why
like,
did you just jump off the map into the water?
What? Because I'm exploring. This is how we find skips. Okay.
Oh, okay.
"He can't swim, Kevin. Stop trying."
I killed him just now on purpose, just for you.
Oh, thank you.
Only way to learn. Throw them in the water.
I mean, he's got a point.
As someone who is trained to teach people how to swim, that is not how you teach.
Oh, okay, good to know.
Raccoon.
This level really makes good on the premise of this world. They said, we're sinking ships off the coast, and then you come out here and you're like, oh yeah, there's like this crazy aquatic graveyard and everything's on fire. There's mayhem. That's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
I think this one is my favorite in Raleigh's levels.
I don't
really,
remember
you're
much
right,
of
it
it.
does got that vibe down.
Yeah. I'm impressed. I feel like I'm going the wrong direction though. There's
We
something.
131 calories, so I'm gonna go inside.
131
Proud of you.
calories?
231 calories.
Yay!
Is that a Snickers bar?
Ouch.
How many
Why
calories?
specifically wait, how many calories was it? 200 and what?
31.
Do you have an Apple Watch?
231 calories.
How can you be sure? How can you know that?
It's on the treadmill.
Oh, it'll tell you. That's right.
Yeah, it'll tell you on there.
So,
You guys seen those commercials for the Apple Watches that it's
Yeah.
this person fell unconscious or is
This-
dried out to sea and they
this-
called them with one
yeah.
other Apple Watch?
A zombie bit this guy. Can you come and save him? Thanks, Apple Watch.
Jeez, what is with these ads?
Veteran has fallen on the floor. Use one ice cube. Can you come save him?
You know what's great about that is that I had no idea that feature existed on the new Apple Watch. And I pay attention to that stuff. And then that ad dropped and I was like, those jerks. Put that out there. and just waited for somebody's life to be in peril, and then they're like, okay, now we'll sell that as a thing.
Yeah, I'll put that in.
They just wait. They're like, somebody's life will be saved. We know it will happen.
I've seen like 3 of those like different scenarios of that commercial so far.
Yeah.
Like one where the dude was unconscious, one where he was dragged out to sea, and one was a lady. I don't remember what happened to her. I'm just like,
It is compelling. Justin's wife Natalie saw that commercial and she was like, "Wait, what? How does it do that?" And we just kind of talked about it briefly. She's wearing an iPhone Apple Watch 5, Series 5, and she goes, "I want that." That's it. Like, she just recently got a 5. She's like, "No, I want my watch to do that. I'm gonna go get that." I'm like, "No, all right."
my watch is called 911. And like, I get it. Like, the advertising is doing exactly what it's supposed to do.
She doesn't go mountain biking or get swept out to sea. She has no reason to do these things. She works in her back house selling mortgages to people, but she's like, if I ever go mountain biking, don't get me wrong.
Fall and hit my head.
I bought one for me too, so like, you're right. Let's do this.
It's like those paranoid types of people that are like, that is good.
I think that's it. Is that the kind of marketing you're doing now in your marketing life?
Yeah.
Oh, that.
No? Are you working for Apple in Orlando, Curly Fries?
Listen, I'm not obligated to say.
Not obligated? That means you can say.
I'm just saying.
If you were obligated to not say, that would be a different story. But
when we were before you pulled us in here, they mentioned they're like, "Are you marketing Sly 5?" And I was like, "My NDA said don't worry about it." Which, full disclosure, that is totally a joke. I am not marketing Sly 5. I am not promoting Sly 5. I will not believe it until I get a Sony announcement.
Yeah, that's right.
The tweets tomorrow, like, hey, wait, a person said they were advertising for Sly 5 on Kevin's stream last night?
I'm literally gonna get canceled. I'm gonna get canceled before I even do anything.
Speaking of getting canceled, these walruses have got my number right now.
I'm gonna have to change my Curly Fries is gonna have to change her name if someone says Curly Fries says that they were marketing for Sly 5. So clearly Sony needs to get their act together, and somebody's gonna message me and be like, Miss Curly Fries, I'm gonna be like, oh my god.
Your cease and desist right now?
Yeah, that's right. Or start selling something, and then people will be like, "Oh, I guess we do want that." So you just create an audience for something.
Or maybe Sony would be so impressed they'd be like, so with they'd pull me into a limousine while I'm going nowhere, and they'd be like, "So who told you?" I'm gonna be like, "What?"
And there's an anthropomorphic raccoon in there that's like, "So, you got an idea for a Sly 5 game, huh?"
No, he's the muscle. It's the
true spirit of Sly.
Listen, I will say this, okay? I'm not saying Sly 5 is gonna happen, and I have very little hopes because my dreams have been crushed too many times. But I will say this, I will give you my ideal video for a comeback for Sly 5.
Doodle.
And hear me out, okay? It's a very short video, 5-10 seconds, okay?
Okay.
It's a cartoon version of the Sony headquarters.
Yeah.
Okay, and just like how Sly 1 starts, how he's stealing a file, I think it would be symbolic of him to open the safe, a safe in the Sony headquarters, that shows future games, and he opens it, and when it opens up, there's nothing there. And when he turns around, there's Carmelito with a shock pistol. And I think that would be so symbolic for us.
That would be really cool.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That reminds me how in Zootopia they teased Frozen 2 and Moana, and then that movie that they never made. Do you remember that moment? Gigantic.
Oh, gigantic. Oh.
Yeah, it was supposed to be Jack and the Beanstalk inspired.
I can just imagine. Write that down.
Yeah,
oh, hey, Brad's
cool.
here. What's going on, man?
Wait. Bradley?
Yeah, Bradley's here. Real time Brad.
Get him in the Discord.
He's not in Discord.
Is that real-time bread?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
my
He's
God,
been here for a
oh my
while. He's been talking to us too. Hey, look who's
I'm not
online.
on Twitch.
Well, I just got home, so I have an excuse.
That is very
You
fair.
live very close to the gym.
Yeah. I
He
just walked
actually,
away.
guys, please don't embarrass him. He lives in the gym. Okay.
I
He's-
love it.
God,
okay.
please.
It's a
He's
YMCA, and as long as you keep moving, they let you stay.
Kevin, I was giving your friend rides to the pizza place every day on the terms that you don't tell people this.
It's Stephen Hawking's, dude. That's
Yes.
totally. It's not the same dude. That's nice.
We bonded on the first name Steven and everything.
That's it,
Now
that's
you've
right.
thrown that away.
Steven's referencing the comedy sports shows that I did over the summer, where I played a reoccurring character named Stephen Hawkins, who may or may not live in the pizzeria that he works at.
This
May or may
sounds
not.
oddly specific.
Yes.
Comedy
Like, this
comes
is-
from a very real place, okay?
This is too specific. Are you guys okay?
Do I have to
No,
do
no,
that
no.
level now? Do I have to? No.
Is that the only one you have left?
can't-
Can I see the mini map?
Here's the mini map. You know
Oh my
what? There's
God, we got
Wait for
two
my
new
stream
people
to
in the
catch up.
Discord,
Hold
too.
on.
a cunning disguise and the fire down below. That sounds painful.
The fire down below is fun.
How do I get to
That's
it?
one. Oh, that one. The fire down below, you have to run on a little treadmill thing, and then it'll power something, and then a thing will come down and you jump. off.
Yeah, that's right. That's not on this part of the map, is it? Let's see.
Yeah, it's on the other side, past the electrical gate. I guess is the best
Oh,
way to
right,
refer
right,
to that.
Nobody's here at all today. I'm making honorary mods right now. Alex, you're one. Here we go.
I'm literally about to go to bed, but I
No, it's too late. It's too late.
Okay.
You're-
Honorary mod. Moderary. Yeah, that's why I grabbed you, Alex, because you usually don't stay up too late. I know you're on that East Coast.
Yeah, I was like, I couldn't sleep, and I saw your notification. And I was like, let me see if I can hop on really quick and have like a quick call, and my quick call turned into a 30-minute call. I love it.
I think you've been here for an hour. Thanks, math is hard.
What?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's 10:27, isn't it?
Yep.
My
Yeah.
concept of time is
It
Oh,
is
God.
time. I don't think time is real.
time is clearly not.
It is
real
the
'cause I did
perception
not
of all
realize
matter.
it.
So. Yeah.
This is actually hilarious. I said 30 minutes. That's very Hispanic of me. I want you to know that.
Oh yeah, is it? That's great.
Yes. Like,
Oh,
like when
Phantom Reaper Roxa. Welcome.
It's
Oh,
like
sure,
when you,
Rox
like-
is here. Got it. This.
It's when like your
Go
parents
ahead.
take you like a party and like they're saying okay, like they're like okay, say bye to everyone.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then
yeah,
you
yeah.
end up staying for like an extra hour, and you're like,
Yes.
oh my god.
And
That-
as a
that
kid,
was
you
literally-
know, if you're just quiet and don't talk to the grown-ups, you'll get to keep doing stuff. So let them be distracted.
Christmas parties, man.
Dude, Shirox, thanks so much for the plethora of subs sprinkling from the heavens. Appreciate it. Yeah, that's mighty nice of you.
Sprinkling down like some clue bottles.
Yeah, hear the clinky clink of,
Temperatures
Oh, I like
reading
this
way
one.
off the charts.
I like this level.
Clacks.
This must be the power source
The
for the
clickety
storm
clacks of
machine.
new subs. Guys, we're super close to the giveaway, too, which is really exciting. We're, we need 53 more follows, and it shall happen. What the heck? That was weird. And I'd really like to, because again, I have a pile of Sly Cooper Funko Pops that I was looking to get rid of. And so, you know, it'd be
Oh
great.
no, whatever shall I do with all these hot Funkos? I have an idea.
What do you think, fans?
Tell your friends.
Tell your friends.
When we do it, I want to do like a big like game show thing, and maybe we'll make it like a tournament. And
When is
Oh
my
my gosh.
first birthday?
Did like a Super Smash Brothers tournament, and whoever wins gets the fun.
ooh,
Whoever can answer when is Sly's birthday.
yeah. The best part is because it's a giveaway, I can do it however I want. I can make it last as long as I want.
Yeah.
There doesn't have to be fair. Like,
Yeah, you can make up your own
Fans
rules.
I can
might
do
be a bit
any-
upset if it's not fair.
don't have to do it. Like, there's gonna be tiers, and you're gonna be like, yeah, I'm in the running, and then I'm still gonna pull somebody out that wasn't in the tiers, and they're gonna get
You're
pulled in
literally
again.
saying like you're gonna hate me by the end of this.
No, you're gonna be like, what a great competition. I want to do it again. And then they'll be like, oh, this is so incredible.
Keep coming back.
That's right. Like, this
Yeah.
is the best. This is the best stream of my life, and then I'm gonna win the Twitchy awards.
It's like a drug.
Oh. How many Funko Pops do you have?
There are currently 5 in my house.
Kevin, you made it sound like you had like 20 Pop Funkos. I'm like, where do you have so many now?
5 is a lot. What are you supposed to do with them? And they're all the same one.
Hold on. My question is, how many of the Sly Cooper Pop Funkos did they make?
Ooh, I think at least 5. So.
I've got one, so at least
By our
6.
count,
Yeah.
Listen, I'm literally staring at the one on my wall, so add an extra one.
All right, keep adding them up.
Velociraptor says, would it actually be PlayStation All-Stars instead of Smash since Sly's playable in that game, which I think
Yes.
is just fair.
I think that's
Yes,
very.
If the online was online, we would do that.
If I even owned the game, I would totally join.
The prerequisite for joining the giveaway is that you own the game. The giveaway is
Go out,
that you
buy
have
the
to
game,
have
take a
giveaway.
picture of it. We still can't play it online because of the online being down, but let us know how you bought it.
It's there, yeah.
And that's good enough.
So there's got to be a way. I can export all my followers, right, on Twitch. There's got to be a way to see all those. Yeah.
Yeah, you could do that. You
Yeah.
can do it.
And then we're just gonna have some sort of like mega. But then we're gonna have to do like a you have 24 hours to claim this.
That's way
thing.
too long. What?
Oh really? You think so? Because not everybody's. Do you think all whatever? Yeah. You think all 3,000 people are gonna watch the stream at once? Like you got to give them a minute to find out.
Maybe.
I think
I don't know if 24 hours is long enough.
I think 24
Yeah.
hours is long. I think like a night.
You two have very different opinions on this matter.
I'm thinking like you should give people like a week.
Whoa.
No, that's yeah.
Credit.
I don't know about that. I mean, it's like pay attention to my stream.
I was gonna think 12 hours because.
12,
No.
damn.
12 hours.
Make it
is
simple.
nice.
Whoever
Alright.
can dialogue Miss Ruby's boss fight the best wins.
Ooh,
I've
that's good.
got that whole thing fucking memorized, so.
What about this?
Give
What
me
if I
my
pull 3 and the first of the 3 to say it wins it? That way there's a little like amazing race element to it. So we
I can feel that Koopa vibe coming.
Feel my Koopa Papa coming in the mail.
The Koopa Pop Funko in the mail.
I feel like we've gotten off track. I'm not sure I know what we're talking about anymore.
Oh, Kevin, he's at that age. I forgot.
Forgot. What day is this?
Steven, did you know that Sly Cooper has an age?
Yes, I was somewhat aware of this.
Listen, I don't care if I curse on my own streams, but I'm not gonna do it on Kevin's.
You're allowed. It's alright. There aren't many children watching.
Am I the only fucking person who did not know that Sly Cooper was like what his age was?
You know what? I take it back. That seemed real harsh.
He's 8. Is he not 18 at the first game?
He is 18 in the first game. She didn't know that. She's educating herself.
It didn't hit me that when you turn 18 you have to leave an orphanage. So like it didn't hit me that he had to leave.
That's the thing that's always bothered me about it is that by the time we meet Sly in the beginning of this game, he's clearly gone on some adventures.
The Firestone of India.
And they reference, this will be the toughest thing of my life. So like, and they figured it out. This is not his first rodeo. This is just the toughest yet. So, but you're right. He gets released at 18. So, is he like 18 in 6 months? And he's like, I've had 6 months of really good thieving. That's it.
Because
No,
here's
the
my
orphanage
thing.
was HQ.
No, but that's the thing. If the orphanage was HQ, they would have just caught him and arrested him.
Now, when I was pitching a Sly Cooper animated series, I always wanted to do a flashback episode to a Muppet Babies style episode where they do that cookie heist. Because I was like,
that's
oh, that would be so
That'd be
great.
great.
I've always wanted that to be when they do another Sly game. I wanted
Yeah.
that to be the new tutorial level.
Oh,
where
that'd be
you're learning
great.
You're learning the new mechanics of the game, so like there's like creaky floorboards and stuff like that, and you've got to teach yourself how to steal the cookie jar.
That's very clever. That's very well. Why can't it just be some mini games in general? Like every now and then you pull up your old, you go through and find Bentley's old plans, and then you relive those
little
plans,
crayon drawing.
but they're all in crayon. Yeah, and it's like crayon
That'd be
toonsy
great.
Sly. Yeah, this is good. Who's writing this down? Where's the marketing? Where's the marketing
Well,
department?
But see, I've got a whole notebook full of this kind of stuff, so we could just
I
go through
always
that.
thought that when Sly 4 came out, I was like, I didn't know if they were gonna have it. I was really hoping, because I know that they were time traveling. I always like had like a smidge of hope that they would include somehow like Sly going back in time and by accident and like reliving like seeing himself meet like Murray and Bentley.
Oh,
Like,
that'd
I
be
always
fun.
thought-
Yeah.
I always thought that was gonna happen, and I was like, I would simply start crying. Like I wouldn't know what to do with my emotional self.
Yeah, that'd be great to see how they kind of like became friends, like possibly that they were kind of the misfits of the bunch anyway, because obviously they were never adopted.
Right.
So,
Yeah, that's right.
Damn. Wait.
That's a great episode too.
think
They
they
what
were
if
a
someone
little
tried to
bit
adopt
too.
them and they snuck out?
it's a Three Stooges kind of thing where
Yeah.
you know, Mo gets
Those rats got
adopted and they're
paid.
like, oh,
Raleigh
a-
appears to have
It's a
bullied
3-in-1
Rex his
special.
entire
You can't
life.
take one without
I'm
the other
gonna
two.
enjoy this.
yeah.
Don't you
No,
dare,
Sly keeps
Sly.
getting adopted,
If
but he
you step
keeps
on
like
that
running
rug,
away back to the
forget
orphanage to
about
be with his
becoming a
friends.
master thief.
Yeah.
You'll be a
God,
master
wait, hold on. I gotta start
dartboard.
crying. Hold
Wait
on.
a second.
Oh, that's
What
good.
if I jumped into that?
And then when he
pedal
then when he says
I don't
Shazam,
know,
he
it
turns
looks
into
pretty risky
Zachary Levi.
and
Yeah.
very
Yes.
unnecessary.
Only one way to
Kevin,
find
yes. Write this down.
Write this down.
Put it in your notebook. Put it in your notebook.
I'll put it in a different. I'll label this Kevin's ideas. There we
That's
go.
good. That's good. I got my own section of the notebook. This is one of my favorite parts when they showed us the demo of the game. I was like, I love this.
Oh, dude, I used to pretend I would go through it so fast that they only did the two on the side, and I would pretend I'm like a portly man with little stubby arms.
Kevin, I
I
actually do
like
have
setting
one
the
question for
barrel
you.
on fire because it would turn it white.
Oh, really?
Around
I'll try that.
Yeah.
all charred.
Well, yeah, you have a question. Go for it.
So far, so
You've been here
good.
for an hour, and now you have
Even if
questions.
stay still
I know.
inside the barrel, the guard
I'm
won't be
gonna
able to
ask
see
a
you,
question, and then I'm
even
gonna
if he
actually head
shines
out
his
and go
flashlight
to
on
sleep.
you.
That's good.
But-
Sleeping is important.
But when they first, I mean, I assumed you auditioned for Sly.
I did. With my mouth.
Wow.
Dang.
I auditioned with my feet.
That's why you did not get the job. It's called voice
When
acting,
you-
not foot acting.
When you
Oh
auditioned,
god, that was a horrible image in my head.
what was like what brought you, like what drew you to auditioning for Sly?
Oh, well, that's a fun story. So the studio that we did the very first Sly game at, I was actually a pre-production coordinator at, because there was a small studio in Los Gatos, California, where I did an internship with San Jose State, and I had gotten cast in a couple of games, Jet Grind Radio and some other stuff, and so I needed an internship that turned into a full-time job. I wasn't even out of college yet, and I was working at the studio. And it was nice at the time because I was a voice actor, a new voice actor, but also had like production coordination skills because of my degree and stuff. And so what my role, I'm not a very good sound engineer at all. I'm not qualified. But what I am good at is organizing people, connecting with agents, talking to talent, also really good at directing people. So I was a pre-production coordinator for Sly. And so I would sit in on the sessions with the director and bring in talent. I could put their mic in front of them, and then I'd record the sessions and then edit them so that Sucker Punch could make their choices. And so I sat for a full week recording auditions for 8 hours a day for countless people as they read for Sly, Bentley, Murray, and the rest of the cast. And intentionally, because I was also in charge of scheduling, intentionally scheduled myself to record like one of the last people to audition. And so I had essentially rehearsed the role of Sly all week by watching and listening.
Other people doing it.
Watching other people doing it, help with a little of the direction, listening to stuff. And I know that experience was the reason why my read was at the top of the list when casting time actually came around. So
Yeah.
so that's why. I honestly thought I had a better Bentley. I was shocked. Bentley's more who I saw myself. I'm more of a Bentley nerdy sidekick guy than the cool.
Set the thing on fire.
Oh yeah. I didn't want a charred barrel, so.
Yeah, they were like, this guy saying bummer, that's the one.
That's the guy. I say bummer all the time. Bummer.
You really should have destroyed those as you went through.
Well, it wasn't Matt like I don't know if this was a joke or not, because I was a little kid when I heard the behind-the-scenes stuff. But wasn't he like working at a record store or something?
He was, yeah, and he was he was in an improv class with Bruce, who was one of the developers on the game, and so they brought Matt in because they recorded the game in San Jose. Or Los Gatos, California. But Matt, of course, was working in a record shop in Seattle, where Sucker Punch is, and then we met Bruce. And so when they needed scratch audio, I can't remember who did Sly. I want to say it was Nate Fox, but that doesn't sound right. And so he would be Sly, and then they brought Matt in to be Bentley for all of the scratch audio. And just like C-3PO in the Star Wars movies, they couldn't get Matt out of their ears by the time it came to record the actual game. So they paid the extra money and flew Matt down to record his stuff because they're like, it's not the same. It's not the same without Matt.
He's the best one.
He's the guy. So you need. I like the
He's the
secret.
one.
That's pretty cool. Oh, I'm trapped back here. Get out. Yep. So Matt is pretty much just C-3PO. So where's
He's
my?
a C-3PO of the Sly Cooper.
That's
universe.
right. And it kind of works out actually. They're similar in temperaments, aren't they? So it's not inaccurate. But I can't jump with this. Do I just fall? Oh, I do. I see it. Got it. All right. It's all coming together. It's all
You
coming
just
together.
fall. To your
In a
death.
barrel. All right, Curly Fries, you gonna go get that sleep now? You gonna dream of fast food side dishes?
I'm gonna go dream of Sly 5, which I know will never happen.
And
but
Tom
I'm going
Brady.
to dream.
If Tom Brady can
Vibes
retire.
Yeah, and I'm gonna dream of Tom Brady retiring and not coaching football. Y'all have a good night. Bye, everyone.
Good night.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye. I'm kind of winding down too, so I was thinking for the last chunk here, we can just drop into obscurity and give everybody else a chance to say hi. What do you guys say to that?
Sure, yeah.
Let's do it.
For
Titania, thanks for
how
being here.
long?
I didn't get to say thanks to Alex, but thanks for doing the stream with me, Alex. If you're still listening somehow, you're not. But Titania, it was lovely hanging out with you tonight. Steven, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes or so?
10, 15, all right, let's go.
You don't have to. Yeah.
Everybody at once?
Yeah, we'll just drop right down into obscurity there.
Okay.
YOLO
And
style.
and again, I keep talking over you as I say thank you, Titania. Thank you, Titania. There you go. All right. I'm gonna put you back in obscurity. I can bring you into this world and I can take you out. But I'll move myself. Come join me, Steven. Here we go.
Kevin's coming down.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hello,
Ah.
Kevin.
Hi, Kevin.
Hi, y'all. Happy Tuesday. What's going on?
What's going on, dude?
Happy Groundhog's Day Eve or Groundhog's Day, depending on which side of the country you're on.
I'm really excited for the amount of snow that's going to come into my
side of the country.
Pugsatani Phil will be very pleased. So.
Punxsutawney, that's the name of the place. I was
Yeah.
telling them that my great-grandmother was born in Pugsatawny,
Really?
Yeah, you were just
on
mentioning that.
Groundhog's Day.
Listen, if we talk about the snow, it comes. If you guys gotta stop talking about it.
And then it doesn't come?
I mean,
Okay, so listen, I don't know why, but usually for some reason, like, snow does not come, and then people start saying things like, wow, we've been really lucky this winter.
Oh, yeah. You jinx it. Yeah.
weather reports. All things are possible.
I'm surprised none of you actually talked about the fact that the Thieves in Time is about to turn 9 this week.
Oh, is it really? Wow. Yeah, you're right. That's right. It came
Yeah,
out.
that's right. It came out on the day.
Wait, how old are you? Oh, okay. I was saying, you should probably be in bed. That's a really good auto-tune that you have there.
It's also very unfortunate for your boyfriend. We will be notifying the police as soon.
That's right. Oh no! That's pretty great.
I can't believe it's 9 years ago.
Did it come out on Groundhog's Day? Is that right?
Came out on February 5th, 2013.
Yeah, on Groundhog's Day.
Yeah, that's totally February 5th. It's totally not.
Oh, I couldn't hear the date. It clipped. Sorry. Whoa! Speaking of clipped, what just happened? Do you guys still see a stream? Oh, I lost all of you. There you go. Did you hear me?
Out and back.
Yeah, we can hear you.
I can hear you.
We can hear you.
Discord flipped out on me there. It took over my screen and you guys all disappeared and I was talking to nothing. Watson, I need you. That's pretty much what just happened.
Yeah, I was originally supposed to be born February 5th. And I was I'm done with being pregnant with the host.
I was gonna say, because that's actually not how it happens. It's the baby and it like communicates with the mom's body. But if she induced, you didn't get a part of that conversation.
Yeah. My mom walked like 2 miles to try to have me too, so I understand where you're coming from.
Why? Where were you that she had to walk 2 miles?
She was looking for me somewhere, I don't know.
Oh, you did that thing, and you choked yourself out. That's so great.
Yeah,
I did that. I wrapped mine around my neck.
Yeah, I did that. Around my neck. I was holding on.
It can't get worse than I don't even want to talk about it. Let's just say it involved yeah, probably is a little bit too inappropriate.
Okay, moving on.
Let's head off towards our birds. Anyway, Encanto, what a pretty good movie.
Yeah.
How many umbilical cords are in that movie? Let's count them.
Children are born. Exactly 10.
Yeah, go ahead. Is your birthday right now?
No.
Oh.
It still happens to fall
Oh, great. All right. Make sure I believe I'll be doing the show. They've started to talk about moving the shows in person again, which will end their stream shows. But I think that'll still happen in March. But when that happens, I'm going to talk to them because I want to start doing improv shows here on this stream when they stop doing their stream.
Okay, cool.
So, yeah. I don't know. I don't know if the March schedule is out. Hey, I did it! Yeah! Happy birthday! Yeah! But yeah, If there's a show, then you want to celebrate that way, be sure to let us know it's your birthday, and we'll sing a little birthday song.
Also, it's my brother and sister's birthday month.
Are they twins?
Nope. I'm the middle child.
Ah, got it.
4 ice cream brother and 4 ice cream sister.
Yeah,
And the three of you together make Neapolitan?
They're one day apart from each other.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
That'd be some really cute idea for some characters right there, actually. Neapolitan ice cream. They're all siblings.
Yeah, that is fun. Wait, do I have one more lock to go? What's going on here?
No. You just go inside the cannon.
How do I get in it?
You
just
jump
walk inside the hole.
You jump and hit the circle button, Kevin.
Oh, there. I didn't see the top. I thought it was like a catapult, but now I see. Got it.
Yeah, no.
You just jump in the hole.
There we go.
Jump into the hole. Hey, I did the crab level, though, guys. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did it.
Like, go down the hole.
My PlayStation is like streaming about like a couple minutes behind you, so when you started cheering, I was like, what are we all cheering about?
Yeah,
Listen,
I'm
Riley,
a bit
wipe up my family and steal
Me
what's
too.
mine. You better
Stand behind too.
Cute Gamer TV, happy birthday to you. And tomorrow, I assume the 3rd, or maybe it is on Groundhog's Day. Either way, happy birthday.
I tried refreshing it. It's still a little delayed on my end.
Have you tried unplugging it and plugging it back in?
We have a guess.
Like the insignificant bug that you are.
Bring it on.
Not a big issue.
Oh, yeah. I like that line, though. You know what I'll do? Grow to gigantic size. It's pretty great. Oh, he flat. I jumped under his belly. This must be Mario Brothers rules.
I feel like there were, in every world of the first Sly game, there was like one level that was like, oh gosh, not that one.
Yeah, that's the truth.
Nah.
It's the crab one for the whales and the Mesa City. It's the Murray one.
Nah, it's the perfect game.
There's
the perfect game.
It's the perfect game.
Yeah. I really
There's
get
no
in
flaws.
comparison to Sly
Everything.
1.
Perfectly broken.
No. Looks like somebody didn't play enough down home cooking in their youth.
What?
It's Cell from Dragon Ball Z. I'm absolutely perfect.
Yeah,
What am I forgetting to do here?
Sorry, the screen, I just caught up
okay.
to you just walking off the edge.
Yeah, did you like that?
Okay.
That was me not quite in my head in the game yet.
Okay, so he bounces 5 times. So
Yeah.
Yes, 5 times.
And then hit him?
5 and then hit him.
Yes.
Oh, okay. When he's tiny, before he eats the flies. Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's 6 times on the last one.
Yeah. I think it's
Yeah,
you have
so
to bounce on
the
5.
5th time, you gotta hit it.
Well,
Then
that's
you gotta
how-
do that
well, that's
again
how-
in the next stage.
Because it's
That's how,
Fiendish
like-
5, guys. Do you get it?
Oh, Sly Fiendish 5. So is the first one to... Oh, come on. Son of a...
Yeah.
Look, I like that he plays his tongue. Does the... Hey, Forewarn! Subscribe? Forewarn with the sub. Forewarn, just sub. Forewarn. Come on, guys, join me. Forewarn, just sub. Forewarn. Thanks for the sub, Forewarn. What's it like to sub for yourself? That's so weird. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yes, on the 5th one.
No! I jumped in the water. I'm not good at this game. Oh, I'm still here.
I don't think people
We almost broke out into the Halo theme for a second.
They're not doing okay right now, so let's leave the Halo fans alone.
What happened to Halo?
My sinuses a lot.
Series is hurt.
Got it. Hey, Radio 776. Thanks for picking up all your tricks and being here and being totally sick. Thanks for the sub, and here's the trick. See, everybody gets a song. That's the rule. And and Forewarned handing out. Q Gamer
It's
TV.
Tuesday Night Funkin' with Kevin Miller.
Oh,
yeah.
can you say Funkin'? Is that all right? Is that
Funkin'.
Is that
It's
right?
funk, F-U-N-K.
A little funky in here.
It might be easier to stay on one platform and
Yeah.
move back and forth.
Yeah, I like how you said
the only
it
time-
might be easier if you knew how to play this game, Kevin.
If I roast you, you'll kick me out. You have to Thorin that one time.
Listen, I can't throw you out and defeat this frog at the same time.
Not with that attitude.
Oh, smash! He reminds me of the what are they called? The Glebe Glorbs in the Ratchet and Clank games. They're like amoeboids. Amoeboids, isn't that what they are?
Yeah, the Amoeboids.
He's got real strong amoeboid vibes.
Ow.
I don't know.
I'm always cursed.
Who cursed? Is someone cursing? Are we cursed
you
now?
only really have to move off those platforms.
Is this the R-rated stream?
Yes.
No.
R for really good.
Kevin.
What? Oh, you're watching me lose. Yeah, I've already moved. I've moved on.
Okay.
I don't think people understand the true symbolism of Sly Cooper just walking into the water. Like, that's how savage he is. He's like, do you think I care right now? Okay?
Yeah.
I'll drown myself.
That's right.
I don't like this life.
You understand. He's like,
That's
listen,
true.
I know water kills.
I'm a dude, like, it's like he's like,
Oh, that
honestly,
wasn't
it's
it.
power move. He's just showing how gangster he is right now.
I'm not good at counting. That was not enough times.
5 for this one is for the platforms.
Oh, once all the platforms are cleared. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Map is hard, guys. I don't know if you know this, but like this.
Yeah.
You were talking about Division earlier.
who would have
Come
thought
on.
that Sly Cooper in the previous Raccoon was teaching a bunch of kids math?
Skull Kid Shuma says, rule number 1 of Kevin's streams: if you boast a roast to the host, you're at most toast.
Oh, I should boot him out just
Maybe
for
I
that
should
awesome
actually
word.
read that out loud 'cause it's
That's
here.
pretty good.
I thought it was
And also,
good.
and also
Oh,
teaches
thank
most
you.
kids that they can't swim.
Yeah, that's right. Skull Kid, are you here?
That.
I am here.
Okay, kick Skull Kid out. That was too good.
That wasn't a roast.
That was pretty solid, man. That's pretty good stuff. Give it to me again as I die. Ah, damn it! Damn it! I hate this stupid game. Who invented it?
You mean the greatest game ever made?
Yeah, a flawless achievement of gaming.
Yeah, even better than Sly 2.
Sly 1, even better than Sly 2. Come on, I fell off.
I put that on the box.
What
Like
was
two
this
of-
game designer's thinking?
How
Dude, get
dare
with it.
you? Sly 2 was golden.
Sly 2 was golden. It's a little long. Says no one about any game ever. You know what the problem with this game is? It's too long.
This game is just too good.
It's like 6
Yeah,
hours.
I honestly wish it would have went on for the rest of my life. Honestly, I wish it was that long.
I wish I was like her. You know, that'd be really funny to put that on a box for a game. The sequel, you know, like Sly 2, not as good as the first one.
I'm sure if Deadpool would have got a sequel, that would have been the.
That would have been, yeah, that's true.
Kira Led in chat says, I hate this stupid game. Quote from Sly Cooper.
They're not wrong.
Betty White, not even that good.
Unfortunately, that is detrimental to the market. But
Alright, so 1, 2, 3. I'm good at counting. 4, 5. You said 5! You sons of. With 6.
turns
was-
into
It can't be
6.
on the same platform.
Sometimes it's 6, most of the time it's 5.
Alright, so I'm gonna count again. 1,
That was
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh no, it's going for more.
if it's too hard, Kevin, you can just call up Nate and just be like, "What gives?"
What is the deal?
Five platforms, Kevin. not
Five
bounces.
platforms. Because the first cycle, it is bounces, not platforms, for sure.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
but
Okay.
this one's a platform.
1,
That's why.
2, 3, 4, 5. Smacked. Hey, guys. Oh, and I still died. Give me a break.
I really cannot wait for you to fight Ms. Ruby.
No, dude, we're Miss Ruby is one of the 2 times I have legitimately rage quit in my life.
That is
And
not Kevin's fault, though. That is an object glitch. That doesn't count.
thank you,
You have
Steven.
to play without audio.
I probably would do better at that game without audio.
Yeah, it is. It is for the HD collection, especially where it's desynced. No.
Last time I did it flawlessly.
Well, good for you.
Some of us need our brains and music to work in tandem with.
That's
our
right.
What?
1.
Hey, Kevin, if you replayed the Ms. Ruby boss fight, would you be able to redo and turned off the sound effects? Would you be able to redo the vocals?
Yes, yes, that'd be great. I would love to. Okay, now what? Now is it just a battle on this platform again? Oh, let's do it.
You gotta jump over his tongue.
Oh, that's right.
Do a single jump. Don't double jump.
Sorry, I was
You're gonna
interrupting
have
you,
to
Grey
talk
Woman
really
Spies.
No, it's because I was gonna tell you. First is on my end. It's just that first is 4-1. I don't know what happened.
What now?
On my end, it says because first apparently when I click on 4-1's icon, it says first. I don't know if I did it wrong or anything. I just said.
Yeah.
Is it showing up in your guys'
first.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
so I'm not the only one. Hopefully I didn't say anything wrong.
Yeah, if there is an issue, we'll talk about it off stream.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe he touched an undead mummy, and now he's cursed.
It's a possibility.
There.
It just reminded me of that Jackbox game where you it's called Monster Seeking Monster.
Yeah. We've done that.
Yeah.
And one of them is the mummy.
We need to play Jackbox.
Hey, Britse, is that you I hear in the stream? Was that your voice?
I would love to play Jackbox.
How's it going?
So good. Are you stoked for End of Dragons?
I am, February 28th.
Oh, you have a date. It is the 28th. Okay, we were talking about it
Yeah.
earlier. Let's do it.
Like
Nice.
Megatron from Beast Wars?
No!
I got my Sky Scouts. I'm all ready.
Oh, congratulations. That's quite an accomplishment
Yes.
in the game. Good work.
I am so over it. This is
Yeah,
great. I love
that
it.
is a lot of work. So, and then you take like a week off.
Yeah, no.
The place I
needed a
work at now. The place I work at now records for Guild Wars 2.
Oh, I know that studio then. That's very cool. We're gonna have to talk about you sneaking my name into the auditions pile. So.
I know.
That would be a great idea.
That's pretty
And
great.
we'll get you in there too, Britse.
Oh, God.
The acting.
They've got to
No.
draw everybody's character.
Huh? Someone joined in and then left.
I believe the name that
Solid
came up for your Kevin, we got a good character name for you.
Yeah, go for it.
Guild Wars 2. I believe his name was Clyde Snooper.
He plays the thief profession, so.
Yeah.
Clyde Snooper.
Or a rogue.
Clyde Super.
It's not referencing to
I
anything.
like playing a rogue. I'm not biased.
There are no rogues in Guild Wars. Okay.
Silent.
Silence. How dare you? Not double jump. You said not double jump, and then I did not double jump, and now I have to do it all again. If this is the demo, this is a very long demo. That is very true.
Get it
If
double.
you have the slowdown power up.
No, this is a brand new game. I am memorizing the rest of this game, though, so, yeah, that's pretty fun. Except for that part.
I mean, I would probably say stand still and jump. Stand still and single jump.
Ah, that's a good idea. I get nervous.
I see.
I feel
I'm a
that.
little nervous.
Yeah.
I still hold down B when I run because of original Mario Brothers. I'm like, must run fast at all points in time.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you don't run fast, you die.
I think the Ms. Ruby boss fight is probably why I like to listen to music while I work.
Oh, really?
This Ruby boss fight is so much fun.
Cool.
There might
Welcome
be
to
some
Ruby boss fight.
There might be some psychological thing with that. You know.
I would say there's probably a psychological thing with a lot of stuff.
That's deep, bro.
It's so
All right, so you're saying single jump in
Stand
place.
Also,
Oh, I like this
you
game.
might want to move before Raleigh jumps. So that he doesn't throw.
Is it tongue time?
It is Tongue Time, which was my favorite
Oh,
band
yeah.
in the 70s.
There you go.
Genius in his nickname.
Every time, Sly's hitbox must be right on his chest, because your feet were getting clipped hard.
They were. They were.
Nature City is so well guarded.
Don't tell, sucker.
I'll call them.
Something
Don't.
tells me they don't.
But they already have
Raleigh's section of
weapons!
the Thievius Raccoonus held detailed instructions.
All
on
right,
how
this
to
has
perform
been
my
the stream.
ancestor
Guys, thanks for being here.
Inspired
So
jump.
good. Stream it up with you.
into the thick
Sorry
of
for the
the
delays,
hand.
but it's good to be here now. So where
Finding a way
are
off
we
Raleigh's
going?
boat got a little
Who are we
tricky
gonna-
with the untimely arrival of
Zenthro
Inspector
is
Fox.
streaming right now.
Oh, then we gotta go,
Failing
right? I
to
haven't
find
talked
me,
to Zen in forever.
busted
Let's do
Raleigh
it.
and his
I
crew.
know.
What's he playing?
Why?
Oh man, he's just begging
With the
to
storm
be.
machine out of commission, boats found their way back
Time to
onto
go
the
be a
ocean,
monkey
and the mystery of the
munching
Welsh
mugshots
Triangle
operation.
faded
That's
from
crazy.
memory.
Cooper 124.
My gang and I loafed around England for a while, enjoying the pleasant weather.
All right, well, guys,
And then
don't
headed back home,
forget to tell your
excited
friends
for our next
to
heist.
follow. We're only 53 more, and then we can do. Oh,
Oh, sick.
I think the game
Right,
just
sure.
broke. Oh, there it went. That was close.
Oh no.
It doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
that would not be good.
It's all right. It was a new game. It's okay. Everybody, it's okay. It's okay.
Is it okay though?
It's okay.
It's
All right,
okay.
let's let's raid Zen. Thanks for being here. Thanks again, Steven and Titania, for hanging out, and Alex earlier. I mean, Curly Fries, and thank you all. And let's all say it together. Okay, bye. Okay, bye. Okay, bye.
Oh, that one was guttural.
All right, guys. Have a great night. Thanks again.
Thank you.
Thank
too.
you.
Okay.
Yeah, bye, Kevin.
Bye.
Thank you, Kevin.
Hey, yeah,
Thank you.
Later, Kevin.